All right. There we go. The SPY is open. The market is open. The bell has rung. How are we doing today? It's Taco Tuesday. Ooh. We're already bringing up the food today because we are feasting as the SPY is fucking making new highs. Let's go. We'll take this rip to new highs. Really good move to see. Definitely a good one in my book. Long-term accounts killing it right now. What's up, Zach? I love YouTube. Pin. Jason. Joe Papa. Forced to work. I like that name. Almighty J. Steve. What's up? How are we doing? Hopefully everyone's doing good today. Market's crazy though. Really. Market's a bit wild here. SPY breaking out to new highs with the CPI. First things first today. Wanted to clear up something here. With YouTube, I don't know what it is, but whenever you set what the thumbnail is going to be, it makes it stay. The core inflation rate year over year is the one that came in at 2.6%. The inflation rate year over year came in at 2.7%, literally unchanged. Not a big deal there, but wanted to clear that up right away. So if you see anything on the thumbnail and it says inflation rate year over year 2.6%, it meant to say core right above it, but I switched it on YouTube, but it doesn't let you really switch it for some reason. Like it doesn't show up in their preview picture that way. It's very weird. But good morning. But yeah, the inflation rate came in at 2.7% versus 2.7% expected. Wow, crazy, right? Pretty good to see. The core actually came in 0.1% below expectations, but at 2.6%. Again, unchanged from the last reading. The exact same. CPI was essentially unchanged as well. So pretty cool to see. So far, the SPY loved it. Ripped up the new highs, but as we know now from today, SPY is not necessarily still ripping. It's getting a little slow here at open. Be nice to see a good face ripper come through here and get us to 700. SPY was like $2.70 away this morning at the high at 697.30. Pretty decent move though. We'll definitely take the all-time highs. I don't care if it happens in pre-market or if it happens now. We'll take it. It's pretty close to highs anyways, right? We might see new ones post here soon. Let's see what Mag 7's up to. Good morning, Steven. Yeah, Tesla bouncing around here like crazy. Nvidia is actually falling down. Google calls up like crazy this morning, James says. Google had some pretty good news yesterday with Gemini as well. Oh yeah, really ripping it. Let's go, Google. Goog, even from open, Goog has been on fire. Even from open. Coin, you like that one too today? COIN, Coinbase. Oh yeah. 250 breakout. Yeah, we'll take coin. How's strategy? Same deal. Is Bitcoin coming back? It must be. Yeah, good pumps by Bitcoin. There we go, Bitcoin. Looking pretty good in the short term. Looking pretty bullish today. I could see Bitcoin breaking through resistance here and really going on a good run. This is awesome. This is awesome to see. Google is so ahead in the AI race. Everyone's talking about Gemini lately. Seems like the way to go if you're talking about AI. A lot of good news with it in the short term from what I've seen. Intel tested and rejected 46, Pin asked. Let's see, did it hit 46? It actually broke through 46 for a second. I guess you could call it a test. Yeah, pulling back a lot though. Man, it had such a good gap up. Even with the pullback, it's still going to be way green on the day, which is good for it. Let's see. It's up 2.8%, so still up. Even with the pullback, because that gap up was just so good. Google anti-gravity is proving better than Cursor. So far, you dislike it. What? Let me look at this. Google anti-gravity. What the hell is this? Experience liftoff with the next generation IDE. It doesn't even say what it is. Ah, here we go. Auto completion for code, stuff like that. What in the... Interesting. I haven't looked too much into this with Google. You know, I've been looking into Gemini a little bit, but I haven't gotten too deep into their AI resources, so to say. Although lately, I've been open about everything, so I'll probably be looking into it here soon. Good morning, Outlaw. Happy Taco Tuesday. Yeah, it's like the coding That's what it seems like, Jake. Yeah. Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. I'm surprised they don't just have it in Gemini, but I guess it's good to have your own thing to focus more specifically on certain aspects. Haha. I am not Arabuto, but Mike might be. Let's go see Palantir pulling back 176.50. There we go. Little pullback though by Palantir today, not getting that good gap up that many stocks are getting. Palantir's down in the red. Let's look at the watch list. Critical Metals down, Blink, AMC, ASTS, Cook, Baidu, Pony, Navitas, no. What about Rigetti? Mom Spaghetti looking pretty good. Not terrible. Shorter term. QQQ trying to pop. Good old Rigetti. AMD is turning around, up 5%. Advanced Money Destroyer. AMD. Today, I guess we'll say it's Dispenser, though, since it's turning up around 5%, like you said. Strong correlation to SPY there at 0.91. Over the past year, anyways. We only look at the past trading year, generally, with that data set. Let me triple check that that's what it's set at. If it's not, that'd be funny. Okay, yeah, 252. That is like a trading year. You're loving AMD for the next couple weeks? Couple weeks. Let's see that daily chart. Oh, yeah, it does look pretty good. You know, good support here. The only risk is if it does reject here at resistance again, which would be kind of rough, but I don't know. I don't really see that with the way that it's been performing here, but it's an interesting setup because it has rejected there a couple times. Is MU cooked? I wouldn't say it's cooked. Looks pretty good on the daily chart. Let's go to a 5-minute where things get personal. You look at the daily and it looks great. Like, oh yeah, it's going to continue just fine. But you got to have that wherewithal to trade the intraday chop, right? If you're a scalper. Pulled back really hard this morning to the 340 support. I like that support bounce though. It's a good hold so far. If you're in, I definitely stop out under there. I do like the potential for a dip buy here soon within like this range. Again, I like it closer to 340, if not even better. Because if we start to really rip under this trend here, I would cut. I would be pretty worried that it would continue down in the shorter term. AMD, it says KeyBank upgrades AMD to overweight with a 270 price target, forecasting at least 50% growth in its server CPU business this year and 14 to 15 billion in 2026 AI revenue from MI35S and the MI455. Oh, MI355 and the MI455 Helios processors. Nice. Yeah, I mean, sounds pretty good, right? Sounds great. I would think that they would do pretty good in the next year or so, where they're positioned. It's hard to justify with how much they're up right now, but, you know, they've been continuing the trend really well. They're in the tech sector. These tech stocks are going nuts, and AMD is one of the stocks that I think will do better than most will out there. Will they be in NVIDIA? I don't think not quite that, but can they do pretty damn good? Yes. Yes, 100%. Intel too? Yeah, I mean, Intel's another one too, Pin. I like Intel a lot as well. Not that they're as good as AMD, but I do think that they could see a lot of growth there. Yeah, they're doing great again today. They dipped down initially at open there. You know, they had that big rejection, but they are all the way back now again. Pretty volatile move happening. SLV is on fire. $80 plus now. Whoa. SLV is crushing it in pre-market. It gapped up towards 80 and is not slowed down. Holy shit. I almost can't even believe it. Gold. Same deal. Sheesh. People better be locking in on the gold. People better be locking in. Big quick drop on the SPY. Whoa. Let's go see. Oh, okay. That one doesn't seem overly worrying yet, but it is a decent pullback. Let's see if there's any news here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh. Trump on Iran said help is on the way. What the? No, I'm not cringing at the news, but it's... He said, Trump on Iran, help's on the way. Let me show you guys the news here, so you guys don't think I'm nuts. Walter Bloomberg, Trump on Iran. He says, help's on its way. I have canceled all meetings with Iranian officials until senseless killing of protesters stops. Meta seeks to double AI Ray-Ban capacity to 20 million units in 26. I'll tell you what, my buddy has a pair of those, and they are really cool. They're actually so cool that I might be buying myself a pair. I'm going to be honest. It's that cool. I just want to get videos like of my daughter running around and stuff. It'd be nice to have. As an Iranian, pass on the help from Trump and Benny. Blue-Eyed Wolf says. I don't know if that's what's necessarily making the market fall, but it came out at the same time, so that's all I'm looking at. Oh, now they're all posting about it. Oh, it's on Truth Social. Oh, okay. Let me go get it. I'll probably need it anyways. Yeah, here we go. Iranian patriots keep protesting. Take over your institutions. He says to take over your institution. What the? Imagine if he said that during the J6 stuff. Oh. I'm kidding, guys. Kidding. Yeah, buddy, $100 SLV calls 3 months out. Bought. Hopefully it works. My first option crossing over from futures, Steven said. Whoa. And you're buying 100 strike SLV calls. Holy shit. Oh, I don't love it. I don't love it. It's very far out of the money, but if it does get there, you will feel like a genius. But with high reward comes fairly high risk. With it being that far out of the money, man, theta is going to kill you. You might not be used to that with futures, coming from futures, but there is something called theta decay. And if it's out of the money, like $100 like that, you'll start seeing it fly down. Even if silver's going up, if it's close to expiration and it's nowhere near 100, it'll still move down. But again, that's only sometimes. Oh. Man, silver still going too. SPY pulling back like crazy. Go to the Mag 7 setup here. Got some Red Bull going today. Juneberry. Theta is how much money you lose each day, for those who don't know. Yeah, it's essentially one of the options Greeks and has to do with time decay. You'll lose a certain amount of money each day. Now, of course, theta is always moving, so it gets weird, but essentially that's the case. Now, theta can move up and down depending on certain factors, right? One of the big factors with theta is you don't want to get in whenever implied volatility is too high. Again, that really makes theta decay a lot more prevalent. So with something like SLV right now, let's go plot it and just see what the IV is. And the IV is down here in this blue line, for those of you that don't know. So the IV right now is extremely elevated because, again, it has a lot of hype. It's up to 78%, which is actually not that high. I mean, it's fairly high, but it's not that high for most stocks. But for something like SLV, we haven't seen implied volatility this high since all the COVID bullshit, essentially. And yeah, so essentially since all the COVID shit. We're like literally matching the, well, some of the bigger peaks from that time. It did truly get up to like 100% plus IV, but that was very weird there as COVID really took hold and crashed the market. But, you know, as we know, things came back. But holy shit, It's just, it's just showing you relatively a lower IV would be somewhere down in this range of like 27%, maybe we'll just say 22% towards like 33%, somewhere in that range, like a 10% range, right? If it was somewhere in there, pretty normal, but now we're getting pretty elevated relative to recent years. Very elevated. What this means is that options cost more. So that hurts your prospects of the 100 strike call options as well. One thing that you could have done that might have been a bit smarter, and, think about this for the future, is doing a call debit spread. It helps take advantage of the higher premiums here on the options. Maybe, going with, what I would have done is probably buy like the 85 strike call, short the 100 strike call. That's what you would essentially do. It's going to cap the amount that you can make, but generally it's still pretty solid. I don't know the numbers here on this one specifically, but that's what oh yeah, Mr. James said, he literally just said, you think doing a spread would be better. Yeah, sorry, I didn't look at the chat. He called it. That's funny, Mr. James. But yeah, a call debit spread would be much better if you were going to be trading this up so that you had some exposure there to the downside while still having that that call option to benefit if it does keep ripping in a crazy way. This is really getting like really crazy though, I'm going to be honest. It's starting to blow my mind. SPY bouncing around 694 in the short term. Holding it as support. Pretty big level from yesterday. It's held it pretty well. Google to 340. Oh, yeah. Let's go, Google. Nice rip up. Beautiful. Google is on fire. We looked at this one yesterday on last night's video. There was a big gap between 336 and 340. Once we saw that start to play out today, my gosh, it worked out perfectly. That was a great move. Sorry, I'm opening up the book map really quick. I'm going to get it loading everything up. Normally I have it open, but I closed it last night for some updates. All right, quick intermission, 1 sec. Got to go grab some water. My Red Bull is all gone. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Now we got the red Gatorade going. Okay. What is going on? Strong resistances for eBay. I have seen some people mentioning eBay in the short term. Oh yeah, doing really good. There was a big money trade with eBay from December 29th, and it did consolidate there for a couple days, but my word, it has really exploded. eBay is crushing it. Sheesh, this is a crazy move by eBay. Strong chop too, up and down 60 cents of chop. It's only up 0.7% today, but when you zoom out, it's on fire here. Choppy now so far, Demir says. Yep. Tom has lost his wings. Lost his wings. That's funny. It's funny how they came up with that whole wing deal. You bought M44 goggle lenses for 50 bucks. What is that? Like a Sherman goggles? Like tanker goggles, I see. That's pretty cool. Now you can go act like you're a tanker inside your house when you play with, what's his name? Darn, I forgot your tank's name. Jaeger. That's it. Yeah. Mason said, I saw some guy sued Red Bull for $13 million because it didn't give him wings and he won. Oh my God. Are you serious? Is that why we haven't seen the commercial for that anymore? Boy, that's crazy. That's like people suing the McRib, suing McDonald's for the McRib. Like we talked about last week. Yeah, that's a silly one, Mr. James, I gotta say. Normally we don't see him come in that crazy. Man, SPY is stuck here right now. Right around 694. It's a big area of support, but it is just really stuck. All right. What did Zuckerberg do to piss off the market? Meta's really dying. Probably their AI glasses announcements today. I don't know. That's what I would think. Let's see. Oh. Get up here. Zuck compute money, more expenditures, First Last says. Ha, more CapEx. TD Cohen adjust them to, okay, they adjusted them up to 820 from 810. They're gonna cut over 10% of jobs in this division because of their AI focus. Okay. Demir said, let's be honest. It's like that one woman who sued McDonald's because her coffee was too hot. You know, I had to do a whole damn segment on that in high school or college. It was college, Demir, for business. It was so silly. We talked about this yesterday. It might have been after you hopped off, but we talked about it, and I'm not even kidding. I had to see pictures of this lady's burned like crotch area, and it was insane. I couldn't believe how bad it was. The whole argument was just simply that it was too hot, not that it was hot, but it was so hot that it like took all the skin off of her and stuff. It was crazy. It was like 700 degrees or something. I don't know. I can't remember why McDonald's did that, but there was like some reason for getting it so hot. But it was like it was weird, you know. I'll say that one seemed a bit weird to me, where maybe it had some validity to it, being hotter than what most people would consider coffee. You know, most people I think consider it like, I don't know, 150, 200, 300, something like that. 700 degrees though, I don't know. Timothy said 250 degrees, that's it. Man, Meta's really tanking still. SPY, whoa, SPY fell right through 694 just now, guys. Big support just gave out. SPY is shifting back to the downside a bit here. Saw a great move this morning, great rip, but it is falling off again. A big support coming up would be like 691.50 to 692. We're about $1.40 away from there right now. 693.10, 693 is pretty big. More of a smaller level, but ooh, home sales data hit. Saw Mason post it up. We have a Fed speaker right now as well. I never say his name right, but Musalem, Musalem, says, I expect the economy to grow at or above potential in 2026. Inflation closer to 3% than 2%, but anticipated it will ebb this year. The labor market is cooling in an orderly way. The Fed might just stay steady and just keep paused for a while. Got a lot going on, though, the next few days. Don't forget that tomorrow we might actually see the Supreme Court finally make that ruling on the tariffs. That'll be fun. Trump's been talking about that one a lot. You know, I heard something yesterday that might blow your guys' minds. He's talking about that if you have to make a repayment, that you'll end up having to pay these companies for all of their investments that they've done to try and skirt the tariffs. That's one of the biggest problems. So it's probably, I mean, Kalshi really shows that it's only like a third, at least this is prediction markets, but people can be wrong. It's fair to say that people can 100% be wrong. Let me pull this up here. Yeah, it shifted a little higher here today, up to 32%, but you know, we've been sitting around 30% on will the Supreme Court rule in favor of Trump's tariffs, like 30 or 33%, like 1/3, 33% chance, pretty crazy. Will the Supreme Court rule in favor of Trump's tariffs? It's a big question. Could happen tomorrow. It might not, though. It's just another opinion day. They might not actually rule on it, but I know it's been in the headlines a lot. Trump keeps mentioning it. Mason got accepted on Powell market. Was on a huge wait list. You know what? I actually like, I don't know what's going on with Kalshi and Powell market, but I cannot get on there. I cannot make an account. I don't know what it is. I think somebody like made an account like with my email or something weird. It's all messed up. Let me see if I can get it really quick. Maybe it's just or maybe it's just Powell market, I mean. Okay, Kalshi did let me in this time, luckily, but I think they might have been having server issues the last time I tried, is really what the problem was. They gave me a free $10 bet, put it on Bears when they were down 18. Holy shit. I was at a watch party for that, Mason, and everybody was pissed. They were all Green Bay fans. No, I was a Green Bay fan too. That was crazy, man. Won $100, gonna use it for political odds. What are some funny politics on Kalshi here? Let's go see. Tim Walz out as governor of Minnesota. Ooh, the next presidential election winner is a pretty good one. Will the U.S. take control of any part of Greenland? It's funny how the odds have really risen here. I wonder what the regulations are with this. Like, I don't think it would be legal. I think that they would get in a lot of trouble. And I haven't read into the regulations here, but I mean, what stops Trump from just coming in and just buying a ton of prediction market contracts and then saying stuff about Greenland and pushing it up. I don't think he would do that, but I mean, like, anybody, right? I could see, like, Pelosi in her prime out here doing stuff like that. There are always bigger players out there too, but interesting. Somebody in the Fed say Musalim. I don't know how to say that guy's name, unfortunately. I'll have to look that up. Let's see. I'm sick of saying it wrong. Musalim. Okay. Musalim, that's what it is. How about the 2025 Jesus will return bet? That was pretty funny. I can't believe that there's bets out there that Jesus will return. That's pretty insane. Yeah, he did make the meme coin, you're right. Yeah, I'm not saying either one's right or wrong. I'm just... Pelosi always had some fun trading stuff. I thought it was kind of fun following her trades over the years. Not that, you know, you don't have to love the politics or whatever, but the, it was always interesting, right? Coconut. Everything is becoming a betting market, and one day we all bet on something, we lose it all, and collapse the economy. You're right, everything is becoming betting now. You're right. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Sorry about that. The Red Bull gave me some hiccups here today. Yeah, it is legal. You're right, the good guy. It was legal. It still is. I don't know. She is sponsoring, I think, or said she would back some bills to help stop it. I can't remember if those went through or not, but I don't think they did yet. JPM is slowly falling. JP Morgan reported earnings today. You're right there. I almost am going to say they're not even slowly falling. They're really falling down. 3% here. It's a pretty big drop off for them. Damn. Mimicking some of these bigger pullbacks that have happened with JP Morgan recently. Really falling down, though. Mason said something pretty funny here. Whatever the SPY does in pre-market, it does the opposite during the trading day. That's pretty funny. It has seemed like that lately. Of course, SPY makes a new high and immediately pulls back. That's been the motto lately. Every single time the SPY has made a new high recently, it's immediately had these massive pullbacks. Even yesterday, as it made the new high, barely broke out and immediately pulled back. Not as massive, but still. You get the idea. Yeah. Pretty weird to see it happen here, though, with this pullback. I'm surprised that it's happening this hard. I guess the jobs data didn't really solidify anything as far as like the January FOMC meeting goes. Whenever you look at the January FOMC meeting, Kalshi is saying right now that there's a 96% chance still that they're going to pause. Looks like the FedWatch tool might be a little lower. Let's see. It's at 9. Oh, it's even more solidified for pause at 97.2%. So pretty strange there. Yeah, 97.2% chance, though. Seeing some news pop up about Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton not wanting to show up for the Epstein case. Not really impacting the market, but kind of interesting. Man, SPY is really pulling back here. New low of the day still being hit. After such a great move in pre-market, giving back a lot of the gains here, which kind of sucks. You think it's good to average right now on SPY? Whoa. It's hard to say not to average in on the SPY. If you truly have a good long-term outlook, I think you should be averaging in quite often, probably. So I don't think it's too bad here, but I mean, realistically, if you were trying to really snipe it, I mean, I would try to be a bit more patient. You wait for more of a drop off there. Yeah, I'd be a bit more patient with it. You know, whenever you talk about the SPY and these bigger ETFs, it's always better to have a longer term outlook there. DCA in over some time. Oh, Demure has a story. All right, let's hear it. I gotta hear this one. Coconut's waiting for the Supreme Court. That'll be fun with Costco. Somebody mentioned Costco recently. I think you already told us this, Demure. Was it because you were wearing your outfit? You were wearing a Milsim outfit or something? I remember you telling us this already, I think. Oh no, the military surplus gear. That's what it is. That's actually pretty funny. Yeah, you did. You came in here and told us all that the other day. I'm sure somebody else remembers. That's funny as hell. I bought QQQ 627 puts for $2 this morning. This is expiring tomorrow. Should I hold till tomorrow or take profits now? Well, you don't really want to necessarily hold till tomorrow. It expires tomorrow. So if you want to hold till tomorrow, you're probably going to want to get an expiration out to like the end of next week or at least the end of this week. Whenever expiration is that close, if we get a weird gap up or gap down, you might see a crazy move happen on your option. So keep that in mind. It can get pretty risky there. If you do keep doing stuff like that, you'll definitely learn your lesson, at least hopefully. But I am a fan of the puts here today. It sounds like a pretty good idea, of course, with the market trending down. Like that you're, trading both directions. I wouldn't be afraid to take some profits here. If you have 4 contracts, lock in 2. Maybe hold 1 or 2 for the larger move if it happens. I think you did, Demure. Yeah. I think that was the main reason. I can't remember exactly how you worded the story, but I think it was something along those lines. Brain said you weren't supposed to be. Once you said that, you definitely jogged my memory, Demure. Yeah, man. Yeah, you came in here and unless I'm thinking about it in a dream. My puts came all the way back. You were down $1,000 to start the day. Hey, that's a good comeback. Man, SPY really coming down here today. Wow. Ooh, James learned the hard way. They said they've been taking longer-term gardens. You probably meant to say expirations there. Yeah, nice, Mason. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All the way back for you. Oh, the crowd goes crazy. Longer term gardens. That makes me laugh, James, because you had me kind of thinking like that you kind of meant it in a way where you were maybe saying that you plant a flower and you like let it play out throughout its life and grow, right? Over multiple months or something, rather than something quick. So that's where my mind immediately went with that, which is funny. It kind of does go hand in hand with options and longer term trading. So SPY's second green on the 5-minute. Third. Oh, wait. Oh, no, on the 5, yeah. Yep, second in a row on the 5. Third only on the 1 minute, but I guess Depends how you classify it. Little bounce off 692. There's a pretty decent support that SPY just touched here. Pretty good range. We have seen some movement here. Pretty decent bounces coming through. We got to get 700. You want to hit 700 on the SPY? Man, Tesla right back around. It might take a while for 700 now with the way SPY moved today. That was a big pullback this morning. I guess it's not the biggest ever, only 0.3%, but man, yeah, you're right. Everybody really wants 700. It's definitely a big target. I feel like there's going to be a lot of people selling around there. SNDK puts. Looking at SanDisk. SNDK 380 down 0.8% today. Big ripper lately, but it's right around $400. Wouldn't be surprised if it sold off a bit. Does seem to be rejecting today. I like the idea of trading it down. I'm sure there'll be another test of 398 to 400 here over the next couple days, but has been pretty rough on that move here today. I'm not necessarily banking on a full-blown recovery. SPY is bouncing pretty well, though, off 692. I was pretty surprised to see how much SPY recovered up yesterday, so... Hell, even the other day, I mean, SPY dipped it open and really recovered up on Friday. We've been seeing this happen quite a bit lately. Like Mason said, you know, we get that weird reversal at open, but... How's the TTD big money trade from last week looking? Not the best right now. It's going to end pretty soon. This came out the 5th. Ooh. Pretty rough right now with TTD. You know, that happens with some of the big money trades, of course. The weird thing about this one is that at the time that it came out, it was far in the money. I would think that they're still longing that. Let me check to see if they're still in the play even. Yep, they're still in. Still in and all good. Interesting. Healthy Cooking said Bitcoin's holding. You think that's a good sign? Bitcoin looks great right now on the daily. Bitcoin's one of the bright spots of the market today. Wow. Bitcoin is on fire. MSTR coin. Yeah, Bitcoin's really ripping here intraday. It's a nice pop. Great gain up to 93,000 plus. Like I said, coin and MicroStrategy, or sorry, coin and strategy are still on fire. COIN and MSTR. It's funny, MicroStrategy changed their name to Strategy. Guess they thought it sounded better or something. I don't blame them. I think it sounds better too. If you're new here, destroy that subscribe button. Hit the like today as well. If you would for us, helps us out. You don't even have Spectrum. I just got a voicemail from Spectrum. Uh-oh. Call him back and tell him to fix Tom's internet. That's what you should do. Say, fix that internet in St. Louis, Missouri. It sucks. And then hang up. Soon, whenever I move, I shouldn't be bound by lock and key by Spectrum any longer. No, it's all right. The only reason that the internet's been so good lately is because we've been doing the tag team duo of Spectrum and Elon's good old Starlink. Starlink has been great lately. I don't know what the hell they've done to update it or what, but it's been awesome. But my gosh, strategy is on fire. Still running here. Uh-oh, Outlaw worked for Spectrum. Uh-oh. I'm banning you, Outlaw. No, I'm kidding. It's not terrible. God, they really screwed me for a couple months, though, about a year ago. You guys probably remember it was rough on the live streams for a bit. It even screwed us over a lot on the nightly videos. It was pretty rough. Mason, a 50% discount. Whoa. Yeah, call him back. Take advantage. No, I'm kidding. He goes, they told me if I want to keep my 50% discount, I got to call back. Imagine if you call him, you're never going to get peace and quiet ever again. You're going to get 1,000 phone calls from that point on. Nike's doing pretty well today, Mr. James said. Yeah, they didn't have earnings or anything, but they are popping off. I saw some people talking about them in pre-market. Was there some news? Nothing that I'm really seeing with Nike here. The daily chart, though, on Nike looks really solid. I really like it back to the upside over the next year to 2 years. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan. I don't really see Nike collapsing like a lot of people do. I might be biased, though. I'm a Nike fan. I love Nike products, but maybe I'm totally biased, but either way. Look at that wick on the SPY. SPYs have a crazy wick here. Nothing nuts. You scared me. Nikes for people with nice, narrow feet. No wonder I like them so much. Are you making fun of my feet? His name's literally Manicured Willard, too. Talking about feet. I like it, Manicured. I'm wearing Nike shoes right now. It's funny. Hey, Oli said there's Nikes for fat, wide feet. Let's get those OG Jordans out. How's BA doing here? Boeing's up 1.8%, not bad. Pretty decent price action for Boeing today, I guess. Moving well with some of that government news recently, you know, more military spending and stuff, but my word, it is actually, you know, recovering up in a fantastic fashion. Doing great. How's Lockheed Martin? Oh yeah, great as well. Big comebacks here. Trump kind of saved face on the defense stocks. Talked negatively about dividends and stuff like that, but ended up doing a lot better. Vomeros are comfortable. Meta may have hit support. META. Meta had a big drop off today. That's a big turnover on the daily chart. Scroll out a little bit. We can't find it really on the 5-minute. What about the 15? Is there a big support in play here or anything? Oh yeah. This is a huge area of support from the past. Close to 625. A lot of the bounces even came at 630 or so, but Meta's been blasting through that today. I don't know. Even though it touched support, it seems to be trying to form a base, but it's not really like the best hold that I've seen. Pretty insane here. Look at the watch list one more time. Roblox up 7.5%. Roblox has been dying, guys. Have you guys seen that? They have been dying. People have been hating on Roblox for sure. They did recently get to a big support zone, though, and they're holding it today. That's a really good bounce back. It's up 7.6% right now. That's actually a great bounce back. Condolences for the SNDK puts guy. Oh. A rip in the chat. It really did come back, didn't it? That $400 retest is coming quicker than people might have thought. A lot of volatility lately, but at the end of the day, a lot of these stocks keep recovering back. Aoli liked that one. Makes me laugh. You have double wide feet. Whoa. Double wide. I'm like putting both of my feet together right now going, holy shit. Yeah, I must take some special shoes. You ever do those custom shoes that people get? I've heard of that before. I haven't seen many people do it, though. You can get some pretty sweet custom 3D printed shoes, Brain said. Hey, no custom, because I like good Tekken shoes. Custom isn't to the level of brand name. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'd want to have like Nikes or something, or New Balance, or like you said, you know, something like that. But all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and call the stream there today. SPY's been dropping down, making me sad so far. We're bouncing off 692 support. Oh, the music was timed up perfect today. But we're going to end it there. Got a lot going on here. A lot of big updates planned for 2026 for Stocked Up. I hope you guys are ready. A lot of cool tools and new announcements ready. Some of you have seen a little sneak peek or glimpse of this in the Discord for those of you in the trading floor. If you use /DT, bring up some custom charts. But alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining up today. Thanks for making the community what it is. Hope to see you in the Discord. Hop in there, talk about some stocks in the discussion channel. Look at some of the bigger moves happening today. Don't forget about that possible Supreme Court decision tomorrow. That'll be fun. I've been pretty happy with the way that the market has went so far. We had that good initial reaction here with the inflation data today, but of course that has turned over. Alrighty, guys. Have a great rest of the day. I'll talk to you later. Have a good one. See ya.